Imagine a country so vast and varied that around every corner lies a story you've never heard, a landscape you've never seen. Canada is more than its iconic maple leaf and endless wilderness. It's a land brimming with mysteries, vibrant cultures, and natural marvels waiting to be uncovered. In this episode, we'll first dive into some fun facts about Canada that'll surprise and intrigue you, and then explore its most stunning places and experiences. Buckle up. This is the wonders of Canada. Did you know that Canada is the second largest country in the world, yet it has fewer people than California? With all that empty space, what exactly fills the land? Lakes. Lots of them. In fact, Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined, over 2 million, making it a paradise for kayakers and fishermen alike. And if that wasn't impressive enough, it's also home to the boreal forest, a massive stretch of wilderness so vast that it actually helps regulate the Earth's climate. Yes, Canada is literally keeping the planet in check. But Canada isn't just big, it's downright bizarre. Where else would you find license plates shaped like polar bears? That's right. In the Northwest Territories, drivers proudly display these uniquely Canadian plates. And speaking of polar bears, how dangerous do they have to be for a town to make it illegal to lock your car doors? In Churchill, Manitoba, that's exactly the case. If a bear shows up, you need a fast getaway, and an unlocked car might just save your life. The same rule applies in Iqaluit, Nunavut, where people leave their homes open in case someone needs to take shelter from the cold, or a wandering bear. If you think Canada plays by the same time rules as the rest of the world, think again. Newfoundland has its own time zone, set 30 minutes ahead of Atlantic Standard Time. Not an hour, just 30 minutes. Why? Because why not? And as if time wasn't strange enough, even gravity isn't normal in Canada. In Hudson Bay, gravity is actually weaker than anywhere else due to ancient glaciers altering the Earth's crust. So if you ever feel a little lighter there, it's not in your head. Want to get married but don't feel like being in the same room as your partner? No problem. In Canada, you can legally get married over the radio. And in some of the most remote areas, where traditional transportation isn't always an option, dog sled teams are still used to deliver mail in winter. Yes, in 2024, some parts of Canada still rely on dogs to bring the post. And finally, here's a fact that might change the way you think about pizza forever. Hawaiian pizza was actually invented in Canada. That's right. Despite its tropical name, the famous pineapple and ham combo was first created in Chatham, Ontario, in 1962 by a Greek-Canadian chef. Love it or hate it, you have Canada to thank for one of the most controversial toppings of all time. Now, let's dive into the best places in Canada. Our journey starts in Banff National Park, established in 1885, following the discovery of mineral hot springs by railway workers, which became the cornerstone of Canada's extensive national park system. This UNESCO World Heritage Site spans over 6,600 square kilometers of breathtaking landscapes. As you arrive in Banff Town, you're immediately embraced by the charm of this alpine village. Nestled at 4,500 feet above sea level, it's Canada's highest town, where Banff Avenue offers the perfect viewpoint to appreciate the majesty of Mount Rundle and Cascade Mountain. The town's architecture maintains a distinct mountain character, with its mix of historic buildings and modern amenities, creating an atmosphere where wilderness and comfort seamlessly blend. For an eagle's perspective of this mountain paradise, the Banff Gondola carries visitors up Sulphur Mountain to an elevation of 7,400 feet. From the summit complex, the 360-degree observation deck reveals 6 stunning mountain ranges stretching toward the horizon. The elevated boardwalk leading to Sanson's Peak Observatory provides even more spectacular vistas of the Bow Valley below. Perhaps no location in Banff captures the imagination quite like Lake Louise, where Victoria Glacier's milky rock flower creates the lake's iconic turquoise hue. The elegant Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise, built in 1890, stands as a testament to the region's historic association with luxury tourism. In winter, the lake transforms into a natural ice skating rink, while summer offers canoe experiences on waters that seem almost too beautiful to be real. For a more intimate alpine experience, hike the Lake Agnes Trail, which climbs 400 meters over a 3.5-kilometer route from Lake Louise. Your reward: the historic Lake Agnes Tea House, serving tea since 1905 at 7,005 feet in elevation. This rustic log cabin, still operating without electricity and receiving supplies via helicopter or staff hiking up daily, offers over 100 varieties of tea with spectacular views of the surrounding peaks. Your Banff experience isn't complete without exploring Johnston Canyon, where catwalk-style pathways cling to limestone cliffs above the rushing waters below. The lower falls lie just 1.1 kilometers from the trailhead, while the more ambitious can continue to the 30-meter upper falls. Visit in winter to witness these cascades transformed into magnificent ice formations that attract ice climbers from around the world. Next, we travel to a natural wonder that has been captivating visitors for centuries. Standing at the border between Canada and the United States, Niagara Falls represents raw power in its purest form, moving backward through solid rock at a rate of 30 centimeters every year, having already traveled 11 kilometers upstream from its original position when it formed 12,000 years ago. The falls aren't just a spectacular sight. They're a geological marvel in motion. When the last ice age ended, melting glaciers filled the Great Lakes, and the water carved a path through the Niagara Escarpment on its journey to the Atlantic Ocean. Today, that erosive force continues as 6 million cubic feet of water cascade over the brink every minute, creating such a thunderous noise that you'll feel the vibrations before you even see the source. Horseshoe Falls dominates the Canadian side, earning its name from its distinctive curved shape. This massive 790-meter-wide curtain of water creates a perpetual mist that rises hundreds of feet into the air, often forming rainbows on sunny days. The best views come from various points along the beautifully maintained Niagara Parkway, where the full majesty of this natural wonder unfolds before you. For those seeking a more immersive experience, Niagara Cruises offers an unforgettable adventure. These boats navigate through the churning lower rapids, taking you right to the base of Horseshoe Falls. The sensation of looking up at millions of gallons of water crashing down just meters away creates an adrenaline rush unlike any other. These popular cruises operate seasonally from April through November, weather permitting. For a completely different perspective, the Skylon Tower rises over 230 meters above the falls. From this height, you can fully appreciate the geography that created this wonder, the sudden drop of the escarpment and the winding path of the Niagara River. The tower's observation deck provides unobstructed 360-degree views extending for 80 miles on clear days, letting you see all the way to Toronto and Buffalo. In the heart of Canada lies a city where the past and present converge in a stunning display of architectural grandeur and political significance. Ottawa isn't just the nation's capital, it's where the story of modern Canada unfolds daily along the banks of the mighty Ottawa River. Ottawa's strategic position along the Ottawa River creates a natural boundary between Ontario and Quebec, reflecting the nation's bilingual character. The city experiences dramatic seasonal transformations, from vibrant summer festivals to spectacular fall colors, to its notoriously frigid winters. When temperatures plummet below -40 degrees Celsius in January and February, Ottawa earns its distinction as the world's coldest capital city. At the city's heart stands Parliament Hill, an architectural masterpiece of Gothic Revival buildings crowned by the Peace Tower. This isn't just a photo opportunity. It's where Canadian democracy lives and breathes. Visitors can witness the ceremonial changing of the guard during the summer months, explore the newly restored House of Commons, or ascend the Peace Tower for panoramic views of the city and beyond. Perhaps Ottawa's most remarkable feature is the historic Rideau Canal, a 19th-century engineering marvel that cuts through the city center. This UNESCO World Heritage Site showcases human ingenuity, originally built as a military supply route following the War of 1812. Today, it serves as the centerpiece of Ottawa's seasonal transformation. Summer brings kayakers, pleasure boats, and cyclists along its scenic pathways, while winter transforms its waters into the world's largest naturally frozen skating rink. Just steps from Parliament lies the historic Byward Market, Ottawa's oldest and most vibrant neighborhood. Founded in 1826, this 4-block square area houses Canada's oldest continuously operating farmers market alongside trendy restaurants, boutiques, and lively pubs. Across the river, Gatineau Park offers a wilderness escape within minutes of downtown. Next, we venture to a place where wilderness reigns supreme and time seems to stand still. Located in the heart of the Canadian Rockies, Yoho National Park lives up to its name. Yoho is a Cree expression of awe and wonder. This jewel in British Columbia's crown spans 1,300 square kilometers of dramatic landscapes, where ancient history and natural beauty collide in spectacular fashion.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love.
Rock at the Natural Bridge. Here, the relentless force of the Kicking Horse River has carved through solid rock, creating a natural arch where the river disappears underground before resurging downstream. This geological formation continues to evolve as water patiently sculpts the landscape, reminding visitors that Yoho's seemingly timeless scenery is actually in constant transformation. Halifax stands as Canada's eastern sentinel, a place where maritime history comes alive against a backdrop of one of the world's largest natural harbors. When you arrive in Halifax, you immediately sense its deep connection to the sea. The city serves as Nova Scotia's capital and has been a crucial naval base since its founding in 1749. The heart of Halifax's military history stands guard on a hill overlooking the harbor. The Halifax Citadel, with its distinctive star-shaped design, once protected the city from potential invaders. Just a short drive from the city lies Peggy's Cove, where Atlantic waves crash against massive granite boulders shaped by millions of years of erosion. The iconic lighthouse perched on these smooth rocks has become one of Canada's most photographed landmarks. Local fishermen still launch their boats from the small protected inlet, continuing centuries-old traditions while visitors explore the wave-polished stones that form this dramatic coastline. Back in the city center, the Halifax Public Gardens offer a surprising contrast to the rugged coastline. These formal Victorian gardens date back to 1867, the year of Canadian Confederation, and showcase meticulously maintained flower beds, ornate fountains, and wrought iron bridges spanning small ponds. Rare trees and exotic plants thrive in this 17-acre oasis, which seems transported from another era. Halifax's revitalized waterfront boardwalk stretches for 4 kilometers along the harbor, where historic ships dock alongside modern restaurants and shops. The Maritime Museum of the Atlantic houses artifacts from shipwrecks and naval battles, including an extensive collection related to the Titanic disaster. Halifax sent rescue ships when the Titanic sank in 1912, and many victims found their final resting place in the city's cemeteries. While Halifax connects Canadians to their oceanic past, Jasper National Park offers an increasingly rare experience, true darkness, where the absence of light pollution reveals a sky so brilliant it has earned an international designation shared by fewer than 100 places worldwide. Designated as a dark sky preserve by the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada, Jasper protects its night skies with the same care it gives to its wildlife. During the annual Dark Sky Festival, held each October, astronomers and stargazers gather to witness celestial displays free from urban glow. On clear winter nights, the northern lights dance across the sky, painting the mountains with ethereal green, purple, and blue hues. But Jasper's wonders aren't limited to the night sky. Mulligan Canyon offers a testament to water's patient power, where meltwater has carved a limestone gorge reaching depths of over 50 meters. Walking along the 6 bridges that span this narrow chasm gives visitors dramatic perspectives of the rushing water below. The Athabasca region presents 3 interconnected natural marvels. The falls thunder with impressive force through a narrow channel, dropping 23 meters with a sound that echoes through the surrounding forest. Downstream, the tranquil lake provides a perfect mirror for Mount Edith Cavell on still mornings. The glacier itself, accessible via the Columbia Icefield, offers visitors the rare opportunity to stand on ice formed during the Little Ice Age, though climate scientists note it recedes approximately 5 meters annually. Perhaps most mysterious is Medicine Lake, which performs a disappearing act each fall. Unlike typical lakes with above-ground outlets, Medicine Lake drains through a series of underground karst systems, essentially a natural plumbing network of caves and channels. Founded in 1608 by French explorer Samuel de Champlain, Quebec City stands as the only walled city north of Mexico, with nearly 3 miles of fortifications still intact after 4 centuries. Stepping onto the cobblestone streets of this fortified city feels like crossing an ocean. You're still in North America, but suddenly transported to a pocket of Europe. This living museum earned its UNESCO World Heritage status in 1985, protecting not just buildings, but a cultural treasure. What makes Quebec City truly unique is how it maintains its French identity. You'll hear French conversations in cafes, see French signage throughout the city, and experience French traditions that have evolved with Canadian influences into something entirely distinctive. At the heart of it all lies Old Quebec, divided into upper and lower towns, connected by the Funiculaire du Vieux Québec. In Lower Town, Place Royale marks the exact spot where Champlain established the first permanent French settlement in North America. Towering above the city on Cap Diamant stands Château Frontenac, instantly recognizable with its steep copper roofs and turreted silhouette. This grand hotel wasn't built for royalty, but for wealthy railway travelers in the late 19th century. Today, you can join the over 1.5 million annual visitors who photograph this iconic landmark or splurge on a stay in one of its 610 rooms. Just 15 minutes from downtown, Montmorency Falls creates a spectacular scene as water plunges 83 meters. That's 30 meters higher than Niagara Falls. For the adventurous, a suspended bridge crosses directly over the thundering cascade, while a 480-step staircase allows visitors to experience the falls from various perspectives. Next, we journey west to British Columbia's Coast Mountains, where alpine adventure takes center stage. While Quebec City showcases Canada's historic European roots, Whistler reveals the nation's passion for outdoor recreation in a setting that rivals the most celebrated mountain resorts in the world. Located among snow-capped peaks just 2 hours from Vancouver, Whistler rose to international prominence when it co-hosted the 2010 Winter Olympics with Vancouver. The legacy of those games remains evident throughout the resort, from the iconic Olympic rings standing proudly in the Village Plaza to the official venues where athletes made history. What truly sets Whistler apart is the renowned Whistler Blackcomb Ski Area, where two massive mountains, connected by the engineering marvel of the peak-to-peak gondola, create an unparalleled playground for outdoor enthusiasts. This remarkable feat of engineering spans 4.4 kilometers, suspended 436 meters above the valley floor, offering 360-degree views of ancient glaciers, dense forests, and volcanic peaks. The heart of the resort experience is Whistler Village, meticulously designed to evoke the charm of European alpine towns. This car-free haven features cobblestone walkways winding between timber-framed buildings housing over 200 shops and 90 restaurants. The vibrant pedestrian-only zone buzzes with energy year-round, from après ski festivities in winter to summer's outdoor concerts and farmers markets. Just a short drive south of Whistler, nature lovers discover the spectacular Brandywine Falls, where water plummets 70 meters into a cauldron-like basin surrounded by columnar basalt formations. A moderate 15-minute hike leads to a viewing platform where visitors can appreciate the geological forces that carved this dramatic landscape over millennia. Just an hour's drive south of the alpine wonders of Whistler lies Vancouver, a remarkable city where urban life and wilderness exist in perfect harmony. This coastal metropolis is surrounded by water on 3 sides and framed by the majestic North Shore Mountains, creating one of the world's most stunning urban settings. Vancouver offers something truly unique: the possibility of skiing on mountain slopes in the morning and strolling along sandy beaches in the afternoon on the same day. What makes Vancouver extraordinary is not just its natural beauty, but its cultural mosaic. Over 40% of residents were born outside Canada, with significant Chinese, South Asian, Filipino, and Indigenous communities contributing to a vibrant social tapestry. Stanley Park stands as Vancouver's Green Heart, a 1,000-acre peninsula larger than New York's Central Park. The 8.8-kilometer seawall encircling the park offers breathtaking views of English Bay, Burrard Inlet, and the North Shore Mountains. Within its boundaries, you'll discover old-growth forest with trees over 100 feet tall, serene beaches like Third Beach, and the 9 colorful totem poles at Brockton Point that tell the stories of the region's First Nations peoples. For cultural immersion, head to Granville Island, where the bustling public market houses over 50 independent food purveyors offering everything from artisanal cheeses to fresh seafood caught that morning. Nearby, Gastown preserves Vancouver's historical roots with its Victorian architecture and famous steam clock, which releases steam-powered whistles every quarter hour. Adventure seekers shouldn't miss Capilano Suspension Bridge Park, where the main attraction sways 137 meters above a deep canyon. In the Charlevoix region of Quebec, a catastrophic event transformed the landscape 400 million years ago when a meteor over 54 kilometers wide crashed into Earth, creating one of our planet's most significant impact craters. This celestial collision didn't just leave a scar. It birthed the undulating landscapes that define Charlevoix today. The crater's rim created a series of rolling hills and valleys that now cradle charming villages, while the impact zone itself formed a dramatic amphitheater of mountains embracing the mighty St. Lawrence River. The historic town of La Malbaie sits at the heart of this crater-formed paradise. Once a favorite retreat for wealthy Americans in the 19th century, it now welcomes visitors with elegant resorts and gourmet restaurants highlighting the region's farm-to-table cuisine. The town's scenic waterfront promenade offers spectacular river views. Nature's grandeur continues at the Saguenay Fjord, where ancient glaciers carved deep channels through the meteor-transformed landscape. One of North America's southernmost and longest fjords, its cliffs rise hundreds of meters from deep blue waters. Visitors can explore this natural wonder by boat or kayak, often accompanied by curious seals and, if lucky, the endangered beluga whales that make these waters their summer home. At the meeting point of the Saguenay Fjord and the St. Lawrence River lies Tadoussac, arguably Canada's premier whale-watching destination. Here, nutrient-rich waters attract up to 13 species of whales, including the massive blue whale. Beyond marine life, Tadoussac charms visitors with golden sand dunes and the historic Tadoussac Chapel, Canada's oldest wooden church, dating to 1647. Welcome to Toronto, a city that stands as a global anomaly, where walking down a single street might expose you to more cultures than visiting several countries, with nearly 50% of its population born outside Canada's borders. As you approach from Lake Ontario, Toronto's dramatic skyline comes into view, dominated by the CN Tower piercing the sky at over 500 meters. This engineering marvel isn't just for admiring from afar. Visitors can experience the heart-stopping edge walk, where they're harnessed to an exterior ledge with nothing but air between them and the bustling streets below. The tower's observation deck offers breathtaking 360-degree views stretching all the way to Niagara Falls on clear days. Toronto's neighborhoods tell the story of global migration patterns, with each area showcasing distinct cultural identities. Kensington Market blends Caribbean spice shops with European cheesemongers, while 6 different Chinatowns throughout the city reflect waves of immigration from different Chinese regions. Little Italy, Greektown, Little India, and Koreatown aren't just dining destinations. They're vibrant communities where cultural traditions remain alive through festivals, shops, and community centers. The city balances urban energy with surprising natural spaces. Ripley's Aquarium brings the ocean to downtown Toronto, with its immersive underwater tunnel, where sharks and rays glide silently overhead among 20,000 marine creatures. For contrast, High Park offers 400 acres of urban wilderness with hiking trails, sports facilities, and a zoo. The park transforms each spring when thousands gather to witness the spectacular cherry blossom bloom, a tradition gifted to the city by Tokyo. Beyond the downtown core, Toronto embraces its unique geography. The Scarborough Bluffs rise dramatically along Lake Ontario's eastern shore, with white cliffs towering 90 meters above sandy beaches. These escarpments stretch for 15 kilometers, creating hidden coves and lookout points. Montreal stands as the continental crossroads where Europe's past and North America's future converge on a stunning island in the St. Lawrence River. The city's skyline, a fascinating blend of 18th century spires and sleek modern towers, hints at its dual identity. Montreal pulses with a distinctive rhythm rooted in its linguistic heritage. While Toronto celebrates global multiculturalism, Montreal embraces its unique position as North America's French heart. Street signs, menus, and casual conversations flow primarily in French, though many residents effortlessly switch between languages. The Old Port District invites visitors to step back in time while enjoying modern amenities. Its narrow streets preserve 4 centuries of history, where historic warehouses now house avant-garde art galleries and innovative tech startups. The district's centerpiece, a striking clock tower modeled after London's Big Ben, stands sentinel at the harbor's edge. Nearby, La Grande Rue, a 60-meter observation wheel, offers breathtaking panoramic views of the city and river below. At Montreal's geographic and spiritual center stands Mount Royal, the volcanic hill that gave the city its name. This urban mountain park serves as Montreal's green lung, where locals escape the city's buzz without leaving its boundaries. The park's design bears the unmistakable touch of landscape architect Frederick Law Olmsted, who created elegant winding paths that reveal the city bit by bit. From the Kondiaronk Belvedere Lookout, visitors are rewarded with a spectacular vista spanning the downtown skyline, with the distant Laurentian Mountains forming a majestic backdrop. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through the stunning landscapes of Canada. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on future adventures.